Hello, how you doing? This is your solution video to LFP Investigation 2 for the section EE3, solving 2 and 3-step equations. And we will get right to the solutions. So number 1, we had A over or divided by 15.3 is equal to 142.29. And so, because this is being divided, we need to multiply both sides of the equation by that 15.3. When we do that, we get A is equal to 2,177.037. Because it did not say anything about rounding, that's your complete answer. Number 2, we have B minus 4.3 is equal to negative 1.9. Because 4.3 is being subtracted from that B, we need to, whoops, went too far. We need to add 4.3 to both sides. And when we do that, we end with B is equal to 2.4. If you plug that back in and you do 2.4 minus 4.3, you should get that negative 1.9. So you've checked it to make sure. Number 3, 10.8C is equal to 124.2. We are multiplying C by 10.8. That's what that means when it's next to the variable with no mathematical sign in between. It means multiply. So to get rid of that, we need to divide by 10.8. And if we do it on the left, we do the same thing over here on the right. And we get 1C is equal to 11.5. Number 4, negative 12.1 plus D is equal to 21.6. We are adding a negative 12.1 to that D. Even though that negative comes first, we are adding it. But we need to get rid of a negative 12.1. To do that, we're going to add 12.1. And if we do it on the left, we do the same thing on the right. These will turn into a 0. And D will be equal to 33.7. Number 5, we have 12.2 minus 7.4E is equal to negative 7.78. We have two things happening here to the E now. We are being multiplied by negative 7.4. And this is a positive 12.2. So 12.2 is being added. We're going to get rid of addition first. So we're going to subtract that 12.2 from both sides of the equal sign. So these two will turn into a 0, leaving you with negative 7.4E. And that's going to be equal to negative 19.98 when I combine those two. So now I need to undo the multiplication by negative 7.4. I do that by dividing by negative 7.4. Do the same thing to the right side of the equal sign. This will turn into 1E, and negative 19.8 divided by negative 7.4 is 2.7. Again, if you take that 2.7 and plug it in for E and do the math, negative 7.4 times 2.7 plus 12.2, you should get a negative 7.78. 6, F divided by 1.25 minus 6.3 is equal to negative 9.9. We have a subtraction happening and division. So we're going to undo subtraction first by adding 6.3 to both sides of the equation. When I add those, again, negative 6.3 and positive 6.3 turn into that 0, leaving me with just F over 1.25 on the left. Negative 9.9 plus 6.3 is negative 3.6. This is division by 1.25. So to undo that division, we're going to multiply both sides by 1.25. And this will simplify to just 1F. And negative 3.6 times 1.25 is negative 4.5. So F is equal to negative 4.5. Number 7, we have 13G plus 124 is equal to 3G minus 100. So for this one, we need to get all of the variables on one side and then solve a two-step equation. So we have 13G's here, we have 3G's here. It doesn't matter which one you subtract. I'm going to get rid of the 3G's just because it will stay positive that way. So I'm going to subtract 3G from this side. And then I have to do the same thing from this side. When I subtract those 3G's, I end up with 10G over here. Still have the plus 124. And on the right, we have just that negative 100 now. So now I need to just solve this two-step equation. We have multiplication by 10, addition of 124. Get rid of addition first by subtracting 124. Do the same to the right side of the equation. Again, these cancel, turn into a 0. So 10G is going to equal a negative 224. And that 10 next to the G means multiplication. To undo it, we divide. I'm going to divide both sides by 10. And I get 1G is equal to negative 22.4. Last one, we have 12H minus 250 is equal to negative 8H plus 66. Again, you can subtract 12H from both sides, or you can add 8H to both sides, whichever one you want to get to a 0 on one side. You want to get rid of all of your variables on one side. So I'm going to add that 8H, again, because I prefer to keep the number in front of the H positive whenever I can. So adding those 8 H's just to the H's, I'm going to end up with 20 H's over here. Bring down that minus 250. And on the right, you only have a positive 66 left. So now it's just a two-step equation. We have multiplication by 20 and subtraction by 250. So I'm going to add 250 to both sides. Again, that cancels out the 250 on the left, leaving you with 20H. Whoops, 20H, not 2. Is equal to 316. And if I did it right, 1 second. Sorry. So I'm now going to divide both sides by that 20. And 20H divided by 20 leaves you with 1H. And 316 divided by 20 is 15.8. Again, take that back up and plug it in for where the H's are, and you should get equivalent values on each side of the equal sign. That tells you it's true. If you have any questions about any of these, please don't hesitate to come and see me before you retake, and good luck to you.